Can I ask to play a clip about Paul O'Sullivan speaking about you? Can you? It's only a minute before I start. Is it ready from the technicians?
And McBride got his job back. The week after he got his job back, I met with him at IPID, and I said, come, we've got a corrupt chief of police now. What are you going to do about it? And he appointed a task team, and they got on with it and dealt with it. And what I did in the first few weeks of that task team's activities, I sat with them on a regular basis and gradually handed over all the evidence that I had gathered over the previous year in order to leapfrog them into the position where they were then able to go after Pashlani. And Pashlani, as you know, was arrested and charged with corruption and is still on trial now. And it was Paul O'Sullivan, by the way, that put all that together with IPID. Of course, I put it together and gave it to IPID. I don't have a power of arrest. I can't go knocking on Pashlani's door and arrest him. IPID had to take that over.
Honorable members and the public at large, they know about Paul O'Sullivan. And the witness before us, Mr. McBride, know Paul O'Sullivan very well. I just want to find out from you, why are you allowing someone who's not employed by IPID to do your job? For me, from where I'm sitting, you gave Paul O'Sullivan IPID on the silver platter. What will be your answer on that?
Well, it's not true, because as I said earlier, Paul likes to put a feather in his own cap. He likes to make himself the main man. But his information was accurate. And his information which lit the fire, which later on led to further investigations and forensics reports, is what took Pashlani to court. Pashlani is in court, is accused, is out on bail. That's the facts.
I understand that, but for someone to be on bail, you know, the court might do, you know, he might be acquitted. No one knows whether he'll be found guilty or not. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
Now,
That's true.
there's serious allegation about O'Sullivan that he's a MI6 spy. And if we allow him to disrupt our law enforcement agency, if you remember, since the time of, say, Jackie Sleeby, who was our former national commissioner, may his soul rest in peace. And you remember that we had, you know, some people, and I as well. If you remember, Glenn Atlosti, if Angloti, if you remember him, Glenn Angloti, you remember him? Glenn Angloti, you remember him? He bought shoes for our former president, Thabo Mbeki, and embarrassed the country at that point in time. Now, we are back again today. We have someone like Paul O'Sullivan, who's embarrassing the country, who's boasting about being in charge of our security agents. My question to you, because we are occupying a serious position as we speak here, are we safe? Are we safe? Because hence I said earlier that IPID is in the hands of Paul O'Sullivan as we speak here. He knows everything. With a lady called, I think Honorable James spoke about that.
Yes.
Really. We are still going to go there. But really, I can't imagine you with your struggle credentials working with the European, I mean, for me, Paul is a European anyway. They used to call that, you know that. Even, you know, on the bus station, we're not supposed to sit with them. On the bus station, even on the trains. It leaves a dark cloud hanging over you as a person who's employed by the state. You know, that is what he's doing against Phahlane. Same applies with NNPA, NDPP, position, SARS commissioner. The history is endless. He's boasting that he's in charge. I mean, when it comes to the to the national commissioners, that's what he said. He'll deal with them, and he said you must establish a task team, Phahlane task team, and that was done. Am I wrong?
What is the question?
The question is to you. I'll repeat again. Are we safe with you serving in that post which we are serving in the state security agents? Because of what you did with iPad, giving Paul O'Sullivan iPad on the silver platter.
Let me ask a question like this in response to you. What would MI6, as you allege, want to do with iPad, which is an anti-corruption body? What information they'd want to know from us? We have no secrets. Our information goes to court and people are prosecuted. So what would they want from us? Logically, tell me, what would they want from us?
Let me rephrase it for you. Is it right for you to give information to Paul O'Sullivan for him to know what is happening at the iPad?
No, it's not.
Thank you. Let's come to this issue of a house of Phahlane House. Remember, we spoke about, I think my colleague, Honorable Shongwe, before the chairperson stopped him, he was talking about the Mandla Mahlangu's house and in Savannah, yeah. Right? And you said it's a family, yes. And Mandla was working with you.
Yes, indeed.
And I think my colleague asked the value of his house, that you went out to Phahlane's house and there was Mandla here. And I think he asked that a normal civil servant, can he afford to build a house like that? Not necessarily a farm, a house.
Well, I don't know Mandla's background. He had a wife that works also. He had brothers who were apparently in business with him with something. I don't know what the background is. But he was not shy to take us to his place. And we saw the place coming up from the foundation, little by little.
Now, do you know Phahlane's background?
Except what he tells us.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, do you know, or beside what he told you?
You mean whether he has businesses and taxes?
I don't know. Hence, I'm asking you. Okay, noted. It was your employment status when you visited.
Skosana, are you not responding to the question, Mr. McBride? He has asked you the same question that he asked you about the late Mr. Mahlangu. May his soul rest in peace.
So what is the question, Honorable Chair?
No. Let me give you context.
Yeah.
When he asked you about his background, you said you spoke about his brothers or yeah. So he asked you the same question about Mr. Phahlane, and you kept quiet. Are you able to respond to that question? Whether you know any of his brothers who is in business, or if he had inheritance from his grandfather? Do you know that background?
I heard something along those lines, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard something, but I didn't put any inquiries in. There is different departments that check on matters, yeah.
We can proceed, Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. Before I get into this, why you didn't investigate Mandla Mahlangu? May he so rest in peace as well.
Why didn't I investigate him?
Yes, like you are doing with Phahlane.
There was no evidence of him receiving money in bags.
There was nothing.
No,
So the house, you didn't suspect anything.
no, I saw him in the beginning building the house from scratch, brick by brick, weekend by weekend.
Okay. Let me put it to you. I can tell you categorically that the house which is alleged to be 8 million is worth 8 million. It's fallacy.
It's a fallacy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The house we are talking about, not far from Sabi Hills. You know that there's Purple Rock, not far from it.
Oh, no, I don't know the area at all.
The area there is in a Camel Reef
Don't
area.
know the area.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not divulge more details about
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
people's residences.
Thank you. What was your employment status when you visited Patlane's house in April, May 2016?
At that stage, I think I was on suspension and I was looking for alternative possible business opportunities because I had been in private sector. I got pulled back into the service and I was on suspension.
But you went to his house, or
I didn't go to his house.
I'm coming to that. As you said that he greeted you and whatever, we are coming to that.
I went to someone else's house.
Yes, yes. You said that Patlane testified here that you came to his house when you were invited by John Smith, who is now deceased, and may his soul rest in peace once again. Am I right? Was he right for General Patlane to say that to us?
I did not visit General Patlane. I visited
John Smith. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You said that Patlane must work together with you to deal with those that do not like good people. Your reference to Mr. Ntlego and General Ntlemeza, among others. You promised.
Denied that.
No, let me finish, Mr. McBride. I'm almost there. You promised that you have the backing of the media, which is useful in dealing with people. Did you say that to Patlane? That's what he told us here. Are you denying that?
I'm not the most favorite person in the media.
But, I'm going to reveal that to you, that maybe you are not, but you spoke to a lot of them. You know what Honorable James gave us is there when you and inverted commas, I don't like that, but I have to say it, Mr. McBride, your girlfriend, because here it's clear, the conversation between you and her, it's romantic. There's a romantic relationship with Sanet.
And presumably that's illegal.
Yeah, it's fine. No one says that it's illegal. Maybe your wife will say so. No, not me. I can't judge. I can't judge you, and nobody can judge you on that. Now, who are these media people? The people you were referring to? Why is it important for you to use the media in your battles? One of them is Paulo van Wyk. On your conversation with your girlfriend, there's Paulo van Wyk mentioned. There's many of them. I'll mention to you once I get to that. But what I'm asking here, I'm asking you, who are in the media? The people we are referring to.
Who are in the media?
Who are in the media you were referring to that they will help your cause to fight your battles?
For me, my engagement with media is media statements and sometimes interview or press conference.
Only?
Yeah.
Thank you. Patlane testified before us that you were the first one to send him a message when you said the offer still stands. That was after that Spa incident. What offer were you talking about?
Well, the offer for him to cooperate with us.
Yesterday in your response to the evidence leader question, you testified that it was an offer for him to become a 204 witness.
In essence and inevitably, yes.
Do you stand by the answer you provided to the question asked by the evidence leader?
Absolutely.
You were on suspension at the time when you made that offer, as you return according to your testimony, October 2016, 4 months after the offer. How do you offer somebody when you are suspended?
Which offer is that, and which stage it was made?
No, there's the same offer you said that you wanted him to cooperate.
So there was no Patlani investigation before I came back from suspension. There wasn't anything before. So sequence of events are very critical.
The first known case from his evidence and his testimony was that defeating the end of justice.
Yeah.
Case investigated by Nkabinde. Do you agree?
Say again?
The first known case from his evidence and his testimony before us here was the defeating the end of justice case investigated by Nkabinde.
Yeah, I think Nkabinde opened the case.
So why was there a need for a 204 witness without any case Patlani was to answer to?
Well, usually what they do, and you will see in some of the other cases, when the heat is on, they send feelers out from their lawyers to switch sides. All the arrogance goes out the window.
Now, let's go as well to the issue of Mabula team. I think you've spoken in length about Mabula team. Am I right?
Yes, yes, yes.
You have placed before this other committee that Mabula team is comprised of criminals. Am I correct?
No, I said at the stage, they were called up to counter IPID investigation. I stand by that. And there's a judgment that says they shouldn't do that.
Do you have the names of those criminals in that Mabula team? The names?
The names of the?
Mabula team, those who are criminals in that team. Or all of them, they were criminals.
No, that's not what I said. I said people died in their custody. I still stick to that. People died in their custody and some were allegedly tortured. But people dying in their custody, it happened.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you said in that Mabula team, it's comprised of criminals.
No, I didn't say so. I said they had the issue of having had people die in their custody and others being, one was by torture, by the way, other one was shot in the back while he was handcuffed.
Are you aware that the so-called Mabula Notorious and the rogue team was cleared of all the charges of kidnapping, extortion, assault, torture, and many more in the Johannesburg High Court?
On one of the matters, my understanding is that the NP is still appealing, but yes, I'm aware of that.
Following the closure of this state
not
case,
the High Court, it was a magistrate's court.
Yes, the magistrate court.
I think so, yeah.
No, it's High Court. It's not the magistrate court.
With the acting judge.
Yeah. Yes. Following this closure of the state case, after 6 witnesses testify, a Section 174 application was argued by the defense, which was granted by judge of the High Court in Johannesburg. They were found not guilty and discharged on all charges. All these cases were open after Temane, Binang, Mandla Mahlangu, Sarah, Jane Trent, Paul O'Sullivan, including yourself, and Rapis were arrested. Am I right?
I was never arrested by them.
No, I'm not saying you were arrested by them. I'm saying to you, after all of you were arrested, the names which I've mentioned here.
Mancha Rapeso was not arrested. I was not arrested.
Yes.
He
Now,
was targeted because he was investigating the tortures and murders.
is this coincidental that you then talk about the counter investigation when you refer to the Mabula team?
Absolutely, they're involved in counter investigation, and there's a judgment about that they're not allowed to do it.
Sisoko and Kuba were, according to you, were unlawfully dismissed during your time on suspension. Am I correct?
Yes.
They returned to their office following your return, and they continue to serve in their position in the public service. Am I correct?
That's correct, yes.
Now, was that job which they returned to advertised, or you just picked them up and brought them back to the system?
There were court processes that that reinstated them to the jobs.
Please outline the process followed and your role in that return to them employment in a position in the public service. And I just want to find out from you, are you certain that no law was broken in reinstating them?
Absolutely sure. That's one of the complaints Cedric Nkabinde put into the PSC, which was unable to substantiate.
Now, I'm going to, because of time as well, I just want to make a follow-up before I go into what Honorable James was on, and my colleague here about Nhleko story here.